Hey there everyone, no DMAA here coming at you with two different deck profiles right now. So, I'm going to do this video a little differently from my usual deck profile videos because I end up playing two different Digimon events over the weekend and play two different decks. So, the first event I played my black deck, so Blocker City, and then the second event I played Red Omnimon. So, and since I already did a deck profile on Red Omnimon, I'm going to do this second half kind of different. But then this first half is also going to be kind of different because I ended up not winning at all for that event. I went 0-3, so I straight up lost like the whole time. I didn't win a single game with this deck. So this deck's going to be more like what went wrong and what I'm going to improve to make black more viable for the next event when I play it again someday. Won't be anytime soon. I have to work on this hard. Whereas in the second event, I went undefeated with Red Omni. And I don't think I have to explain why, but I do want to talk about what makes this pretty consistent compared to what Black's inconsistency type thing. So it's gonna be kind of like a comparison type video. So yeah, let's get into it. Starting with Black. Switching over to deck profiling mode. So this Black deck didn't do good at all when I played it for the first event. So the first round I played against Red Omnimon, 1-2. So I ended up getting a game off every round I lost, but it's still a loss. Like, I have to be proud of something, but I got all of them to game 3, so that's something, you know, but still. So round 1 was Omnimon. Round 2 was, Black Ragna, and then round 3 was Ulforce. I lost to Ulforce. That's how I knew this deck needs improvement. I have to trash talk Ulforce for a sec. It's trash. But yeah, it's not trash at the same time. I love Ulforce, but I have to like understand that this deck needs lots of improvement. So I run 4 Kapurimon and 1 Tissimon. So those are babies. Reboot 1000 power, and then we have a Digimon with the same name gets 2000 power. That's the lineup. Can't really say anything. There's no real good black babies right now. And I run 1 Black Orb Greymon. Pretty cool OR. You can reduce the cost by 6, I believe. Yeah, 6 if your opponent has a Digimon DP 10,000 or higher. And then when you swing at the highest DP Digimon, you can unsuspend him. He's not bad. I just wish he was a blocker. Like this War Greymon. So I run 3 of this. He's pretty good blocker and reboot. And he's just War Greymon. Pretty good. So this deck is more Craniumon focus build. Because I run 2 Craniumon to protect my blockers. So I don't run the Black Ragnalord like style. I'm thinking about switching over to that or Diaboromon just because that's the deck I want to build for Black, but it's going to be a long time before we get Diaboromon support at all. So August. So I'm doing what I can with Black. I'm not really a big fan of what we can do with it now. But that's just personal. So it's not really a reflection of the overall deck. I run 2 Ultra S and 1 Millenniumon. So Ultra S is really good. When Digivolving, you can Digivolve all your opponent's Digimon by 1 and then wipe out all Digimon with 5000 DP or less. So he's a good board wipe. And then when you attack with him, you can take out level 6 to make him unblockable. So not bad. I end up seeing this more. I like using this more. Millenniumon, so when you Digivolve, you can bounce opponent's Digimon to the bottom and then on deletion he can come back to life. As long as you have Digimon sources underneath, so pretty good level 7s. Not sure what I'm going to do. That. Then 4 Toy Agumon, best rookie for Black right now in the game. 4 Gatsumon, blocker. So that's why you run it. And then 4 of the Commandramon. Oh, and 2 Chumon. Chumon actually helped me win games. Actually, Chumon was all like stopping Ulforce from gaining memory. Actually, it was hilarious with the Zudamon combo. I was getting it really hard. So there's really nothing here about the rookies that change. Then I run 2 Numamon, 2 Clockmon, 4 Guardromon, and then 4 of the Greymon. So I run 4 of the Greymon because inheritable jamming if you have reboot, Guardromon because he's a blocker, Numamon poop because he's cheap. But then the Clockmon here, so I gotta talk about the Clockmon. Completely useless. I have not, well, it's not useless. That's too harsh. He's good. 1000 DP inheritable during your opponent's turn. I thought it would be useful to get blockers stronger, but he never came up in all my games I played, so he's going out for sure. This card didn't really help me personally, so he's one of the major changes I'll do. I mean, this whole deck's gonna change. It's gonna be like Black Ragna or Dio Boromon now. Then I run 4 of the Metal Greymon and 4 of the Andromon blocker, and then inheritable if you have reboot. He gets +1 security, and he himself has reboot, so pretty standard ultimate lineup. I did like using this Metal Maimon. Not bad. When Digivolving, you can grab a level 7 virus attribute Digimon from your trash. So I used this to recycle Ulforce and Millenniumon. I recycled them a good amount, and that actually helped. So I did like checking one of that. He actually was fun to do. Then I run 3 tie, Memory Setter, and then you get all your Black Digimon get 1,000 during your opponent's turn, so your blockers are stronger. I run 1 Joe. If you have a blocker at the start of your turn, you gain a memory, so pretty good. And 2 Breath of the Gods. This card helped me stop Ulforce from killing me too. It gives one of my Digimon reboot, and this Digimon can't be like reduce DP. I think reduce DP. Yeah, that's it. Or by bounce, return to the hand. Can't be bounced either. So it kind of covers everything except D-Digivolution. The major weakness of this deck is D-Digivolving. So Black Ragnalord was like a really good matchup against this deck because all I did was block. Like, that's the main flaw of the deck too. Like, all I did was block. But I could never like actually like finish the game. Like, I couldn't find a way to finish. So I was really good at blocking and stalling with all my blockers. But if they D-Digivolved or got rid of them, it sucked. And then the new ruling with the D-Digivolving the blocker fucked me over too. So like, I'm glad that's it. I'm glad it did. I'm glad it messed up my whole deck, but it would have been really nice. It was just funny that we just implemented the rules today, and then the D-Digivolving was happening to my blockers, and I was just thinking like, wow, if we didn't implement the new rules today, I would have a bunch of floating blockers right now. It would be blocking like crazy. I would be like, damn, that was so broken. Glad it's gone, but it was just funny that if we didn't implement, I could have done it, and it was just like, wow. Could have won at least some of those games. But thanks to you new rulings, I utterly got screwed over, and I'm thankful for that. So thank you. Thank you very much. So that's my black build. I'm going to change it a lot, and hopefully make it better before 1.5 format ends beginning of June. So I don't know. I like Craniumon in my War Greymon blockers, but I kind of want to make a strong black deck, and Black Ragnalord seems to be the way to go. So I think that's the next build I'm going to try with this. Since I'm not really too strong or familiar with black decks. So this is really experimental for me. Like, I'm not telling y'all this deck profile just to say like, oh, play my build, it's good. This is not good, and I hope to make it better. So if you want to comment and leave me feedback and stuff, that'd be nice. Like, I'd appreciate that so much. So yeah, that's my black. So let's move on to my red Omnimon deck. Switching over the red Omnimon deck profile. So this isn't the best display that I'm showing, and I apologize for that, but I will recycle that deck profile pick from my last video. So there will be a cleaner pick at the end. I just want to talk generally about how I use this deck for the second event and the matchups I had with it. So for the second event, I ended up facing off against Black Ragnalord again. A different version of it, but I faced off against it, and we basically just Gaia Forced each other hardcore, because he ran Gaia Force in his black build, so he ran like a red-blue hybrid type deck for Ragnalord. And I was like, wow, this is really annoying that we just kept blowing each other up. But then I ended up, I just ended up Omni-moning him. Is that a word? I don't think so, but I'll use it anyway. I Omni-moned him pretty hard, so I won 2-0 for that one. Round 2, I ended up facing off against, who did I face off against? Oh yeah, Imperial Digimon, Blue Imperial Digimon. That was a tough matchup too. I had to be very careful to like make sure he couldn't build up to Imperial Digimon or Omnimon, because I just kept blowing up his Dino Bee. like consistently. Kept bringing out Dino B out, and I just kept blowing it up with Ulforce, either in security check or Omnimon, or and then I blew up his rookie too, like his Vmons, to make sure he couldn't rush me. So I had a lot of control, and I de-evolved to the Blitz. Blitz came clutch in all my games. I was like, wow, incredible. And this red Omnimon deck destroyed my black deck too, because my friend borrowed it for the first event. That's why I used it for the second event. And then I was like, wow, this deck is so good. I need to use it. It's been locals like 3 times, and I have yet to use it until now. I finally used it. It was amazing. No wonder I never use it. But yeah, round 3 was against purple and yellow. That was a really tough matchup. Luckily, everyone was rested when he tried to trump sword me. Thank God. But he was a tough matchup too. We ended up topping both of us, but I ended up beating him in the final round. I was like, damn. That was tough though. All the matches were tough. I had to play around like a lot of stuff. Oh, and I hated so much that this works on Ragnarlordmon. I blew it up. I was like, yo, you got blocker under there, right? He's a blocker, right? Let's go Greymon. It's funny. My friend, when he borrowed my deck, did it to my War Greymon black, and I was like, bro, that should not work, but it works so well. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this build. So it's the exact same for my deck profile. It's just, I finally got to use it, and it was really fun. I'm glad we all had fun, honestly. Like, and locals actually looked to me to guide them through the new rulings through my video, and I was like, this is why. Like, I want to make sure everyone has a good time. Like, that's the whole reason I'm, like, doing this. I just have to remember, like, it's like Judai from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, you know? I do not want to lose sight of the fun. And hopefully I don't, because that would suck. Go through a dark arc like that. But yeah, that's the Omnimon build. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'm planning on doing so many improvements to several other decks too. Like, my other friend borrowed Blue Imperial Digimon. I got a lot of feedback from him about how to make the deck better. And then my friend who borrowed Red Omni also borrowed Blue Imperial Digimon for the other Digimon event, where I played Red Omni, and he gave me feedback too on how to make the deck better. So I'm gonna improve in Blue Imperial Digimon, Mastimon, and the black deck. Those are the main 3. Maybe Ulforce. Ulforce I'm playing around with too. So yeah, we have a whole month, you know. May's coming up, so like, since set 4 ain't coming up, I'm just gonna like use that month to mess around with builds and see what happens. Gotta channel the fun. Then Overdress is coming for Vanguard, so May will be a good time. May will be fun. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next time. I appreciate all the support you have given me. It's been really nice. So expect something month 3 anniversary. Another video. I don't know what, but alright. See you next time.